Okay, good morning guys. I'm just going to show you this morning how to set up your drawings. So as you'll see on my screen, we've got, should come up here. Here we go. I'm using Bailey's plan this morning. So this is his floor plan. So ground floor, first floor, and then just the roof. And then in 3D, we can see he's done a really beautiful job. Let's have a bit of a look around. So he's used the mesh to create a bit of an undulating landscape. But anyway, back to setting up your drawing. Okay, so here we have model space that I'm in now. Here we have paper space. So you can see here I've got plans, elevations, sections, external views. You can make all of these as well. So if I double click on that, we look and we have paper. It's telling me it's an A3 size, so just leave it as it is because I definitely want it to be an A3 size so I can print it to scale for you. Here you can see if you'd like to create a new layout. So we can go to new. I'll click on A3 type 1. I might call it, I don't know, plans. Create. Okay. So you can see here I've got a spot to place your logo if you'd like to do that, and we'll come back to the info. So all I need to do now is go back to my model space, just click once, click on ground floor, and then I can drag that across. So I'm just holding it down, dragging it across. Now, if I just click on it once and then click on the settings as I did, it tells me that it's a 1 to 100 scale here. I'd like to change it to 1 to 200 so it can fit on. Beautiful. Then I just move it down. Then I click on one of the little nodes, so the black dots, and then I'm going to move it in here. Beautiful. And you can see that just comes up as ground floor. If I go to the settings again, so clicking on that, or I can right click and go to drawing selection settings. If I go to identification, I can change the name. So you just go to drawing name, custom. I might like to call it Bailey's ground floor. It'll do. So that's what it comes up as here. Okay, so if I save that as a PDF, file, save as PDF, that is now just a PDF document that I can print. So we add to our working drawings. So I would be doing that for my first floor and my ground floor. Okay, hopefully maybe yours isn't this big, so it wouldn't need to be saved on 2 different pages, but if it does, no stress. Now, to do elevations and sections, so I've gone through this before, but you'll see here under the document tab, you have sections and elevations. So I want north, south, east and west. I'm just going to show you one to start off with today. So I've selected elevation, click, click, and then facing down. Awesome, so that's brought this up here. Now, it tells me it's E11. So here, under the elevations, we can see E11. It always usually comes up as the one at the bottom though. So this is the selection I've done for the elevation. So if I go to back to paper space, elevations, or if I can create a new one if I want to. All I want to do is drag that across, go to the settings, go to properties. I'll change it to 1 to 200 again so it fits on. Okay. I'll move this. Now when you're moving the shape of the box in, make sure that it isn't this, because that'll actually change the scale of the drawing, which we don't want to do, because we've set the scale to 1 to 100, 1 to 200, sorry. Beautiful. So as you can see now, I have an elevation. It's pretty good. So I would once again save that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my ground floor, or I can do it here if I want to. Back to my ground floor, I want to make some sections. So using the section tool, I'm going to cut down this way. Generally you do 2 sections, one that is, I mean depending on the design, but one that is like cuts through from north to south, and one that cuts through east to west. Open section. Wow, really good. So it's telling me that it's this one here because it's highlighted. If I go to paper space, the sections one, drag it across. Amazing, looks really good. Go to the settings. I'm going to make it 1 to 200 scale. Once again, changing the box around it so that, okay, so we can see a section here, and it tells me here it's a 1 to 200 scale. So if I had it printed, it would print at that 1 to 200 scale, so someone would be able to actually read that drawing. All right, now one more thing. We want to be able to create our renders for the 3D versions. So you can just have 3D images on your drawings. We do that so that you know, the client can actually see the concept that you've designed. So you go to a view that you want in the 3D area. I'll just say that I want to do that. Document, 3D document, oh sorry, creative imaging, photo rendering settings. And you can have a play around with this. You can change the, you know, how good a quality you want it. You can put a background on if you want. Usually you can do environment. For some reason I can't do it here. And that makes clouds or something. What I am going to do though, and we just keep it on this sign render by Maxon. I'm just going to do a quick one, so do a sketch so that I can show you how it's done. I'll keep it as black pencil. You can change all of these details if you want to. You can put a background on if you want to. I'm not going to bother. All I do is click this. Great, and now that comes up as a sketch. Now I can either save that just as a JPEG or just, I should be able to, hopefully, or I can just go, click it once to draw a box, click, copy, so Control C, then I go to external views in the paper space, Control V. It's as easy as that. So now I have images, and you might want to do, you know, you might want to create, it'll print out better. So you can see it's just a little sketch of the external view, but when you do the renders, it will look a lot better. So I'll show you that in class as well. But all you are doing is really just placing the, all you're really doing is just making the materials look more realistic. So there you have it. So you've got plans on here, your elevation, which you'll have north, south, east and west, and sections, and then an external view. Yours will be better than this.